Nassau's gone so free. Got a dog on beat now.
The Ed Till Show. This is the new Prime Minister of India. I love Ed Till.
Nassau rock.
My name is Modi. You want to go with Mo? You might remember all my good songs when I was Moby. I changed my consonants from a B, Moby, to a D, Modi.
Maxi skirts and afro hairdos. People doing their own thing. They don't care about me all you.
What is Barack Obama? I want to meet Barack Obama. He is a very interesting man. Oh, things are not very good for Barack Obama. Oh, no. Mr. President Barack Obama.
Got a dog on beat
The
now.
man got in the elevator and his the Secret Service lady, his wig fell off.
Listen to the drummer. Lay down his beat.
Bob Bell has been MIA, but I think it has something to do with Ebola because they said there's a new strain out there, a new germ. Have you heard about it?
Attends guitar.
No, it's pronounced
So some tune.
Ebabella. Yeah, Ebabella. I'm like, Ebabella? Is it like Ebola? He goes, yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't. You don't really get sick. Yeah, there's no illness associated with it. Well, then why do they call it Ebabella? He goes, because you have to wear the same uniform. You have to dress up in all that quarantine stuff. Oh.
Alors, vous jouez s'il vous plaît.
Here we go now.
From them was 12 to 18.
It's time for the Ebola update.
Updated number from them tomorrow. We do know that 4 close family members to the patient have been ordered to stay in their home.
And then we know the 4 distant family members have been removed from Facebook. They've completely removed. A distant family has been excommunicated.
London town
Ed Till Show.
is too doggone.
I want to thank Sports Page for having me again last night. Good Lord, they're going to throw me out of there.
Nasso's got sunshine.
Some guy in the audience, he looked pretty upset. He walked out, but then he walked back in with 2 more guys. He's like, look at this idiot on the stage. I'm like, all right. That's what you call a show business momentum. When you're such a spectacle that people are like, oh my God, have you seen this? And you go, you're moving it now, baby. That's the buzz feed that we're looking for, right? That's the buzz feed, man.
Mayor, thanks so much for being here with us.
Anytime. It's my pleasure. I love hanging out with you guys.
Okay.
That's a lie. I can't stand you. You bug the...
Efforts to keep any panic from spreading.
Yeah, that's what you do. You do such a good job of that. Your coverage of Ebola would totally not start any panic at all. No, it's...
We have to care about what's happening in West Africa or mainland China. On the other hand, it's very local, and now this is a very local issue in a certain neighborhood with a certain amount of people, and we've got to track those individuals very closely. Obviously, our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to the patient first. Then we've got the closest circle of his family, as you just reported, that those folks are in isolation. We're feeding them. We're making sure that we get all the material out of their house that could be harmful. And then we're going to as many people as we think got in contact with this individual. Most of them were at the hospital themselves, so the hospital, I think, has good protocol. And now it's in that apartment complex, and we're interviewing every individual and putting a protocol in place for each of them. So it's a lot of discipline. CDC's been great. The state's been great. The county and city are working closely together. Hopefully, we can minimize this, and hopefully no one else gets sick. But even if someone else gets sick, that we'll have we'll contain this.
Mr. Mayor, certainly folks around the country are nervous. Can only imagine what the psychology is like in your own city. Can you fully assure the people of Dallas at this point that this story isn't going to get any bigger than it already is?
Oh, I think this story.
What kind of ridiculous question is that? What do you want him to say? Oh, things are definitely getting better, and then tomorrow, when they get a little bit worse, you're going to be like, hey, what did you tell us yesterday? What is with this? The guy is not Svengali. He's the mayor of Dallas. Hold it back, bro. Tap the brakes. You're slowing down when you hear this guy. You don't start jazzing it. 2 minutes ago, it was like, well, thanks for not sensationalizing it. And the first thing, can you predict tomorrow how many? Shut up. It's not a horror movie. It's the news. I know. They sound exactly the same. John Carpenter presents Vampires with Ebola. Live on the Ed Till Show. Starcom Radio Network. Starcom Radio Network, Ed Till Show, Monday through Friday, AM, FM stations across America, online, around the world. We are not the mainstream media, so you get the straight story here on all breaking news at all times. Then, we have incredible artists and authors and people who will stimulate you and give you a moment of peace and escape from this ugly bombardment on the news desk. That's what we do. We're a complete companion for your day. You watch us on YouTube, you see us on Ustream Live, so you're involved at all times, and you listen on Starcom Radio Network, stations that operate town by town across America. Not New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago only. Not the media monopoly, but real people who make a difference. That's what makes us different. We want people who make a difference every day, who do it. Don't just talk about it, they do it. And when they bust their ass like they do, they deserve something, and we have it for them. It's a brand new book, Identity Crisis. It's VLZ's first book. It's an intriguing journey through the eyes of two women, twins at birth, kept together by a chilling fate. Follow page by page with gripping suspense the story of Darlene and Doreen, caught, jammed up in a twist of fate. It's a suspenseful thriller. It's called Identity Crisis, and it's right now available for you at Amazon. Go to Amazon and put in Identity Crisis by VLZ, a mystery thriller. A twisted mind. A mystery thriller from a twisted mind. And then a twisted ending. I love that. It's VLZ's Identity Crisis. It's available at Amazon.com. You heard about it here on the Ed Till Show because we invite you to have a respite from the bombardment of the... I use that word because, sometimes the stories literally are a bombardment. And you got to just sometimes get away. You got to be you. There is a place for you in this world. Well, it begins with a brand new book. A book is a way to shut it all down for you to go into a world where you experience mystery and suspense. And as I said, from a twisted mind with a twisted ending. VLZ's Identity Crisis. The world is burning, but you know something? You're entitled to your own private thrills. That's what this book is about. You, Identity Crisis, alone in the den, in the living room at night. The kids are in bed finally. The noise has stopped. And you're like, you know what? I'm going for a journey, man. It's a mystery thriller from VLZ. It's called Identity Crisis. This book is waiting for you on Amazon to give you what you want, an escape. A great story from a twisted mind with a twisted ending. The title is Identity Crisis. Get it at Amazon.com now. The Ed Till Show, Wall Street and weather, straight ahead. Ebola news breaking every half hour.
I do think that sometimes Democrats get really cynical and don't.
You think a little bit? Do you think a little bit? Do you think a little bit lackadaisical? Do you think a little bit without the fire in the belly? One of the basic ingredients for success in that job, fire in the belly, is missing.
Makes is that in a season when Democratic turnout is always a problem, literally every vote counts. And so, taking that executive action, maybe it would fire up the conservative base. Maybe they're fired up already, but it would certainly get some, Latino Democratic base supporters out to the polls who might not otherwise come.
It would, and that would be the benefit. The question is whether the cost would be greater. I actually disagree. I think the comprehensive immigration reform is very popular. The American people have been behind it for a number of years now. Republicans have been on the wrong side of that issue. I don't think, however, that the president has made the case that this executive action right now is what the country needs to be doing. And it still needs to make that sale to the American people. I think part of the backlash was that they feared was among just independent voters. You're taking an equation that everybody was used to. We'll secure the border. We'll create a path to citizenship, will solve this big problem that everyone wants to solve. And you're saying, well, we can't solve the problem, so I'm just going to legalize this group of people. And I think that shift from a comprehensive solution, which the American people clearly support, to we're just going to legalize a bunch of people, and we don't know exactly which people, who are here without documentation right now, is one that is going to be troubling for the White House. Because I don't think if there's a poll that asks the question that way, should we take a half-step measure here, there is the same sort of broad support for that there is for comprehensive immigration. Are you getting the sense that,
that seems to be the step that they are going to take in 40 days or some unspecified amount of time after the midterm elections? Is that not right?
Yeah, I don't know that for sure, but it's definitely what has been, winked and nodded at the various advocacy groups that have been working on this issue. It's what they expect to happen. But again, the White House hasn't handed around a piece of paper that I've seen that says. But I think that's the expectation, that there will be some sort of expansion of what they did during the election year, giving work visas to certain.
What do you want him to say? Oh, things are definitely getting better, and then tomorrow, when they get a little bit worse, you're going to be like, hey, what did you tell us yesterday? What is with this? The guy is not Svengali. He's the mayor of Dallas. Hold it back, bro. Tap the brakes. You're slowing down when you hear this guy. You don't start jazzing it. 2 minutes ago, it was like, well, thanks for not sensationalizing it. And the first thing, can you predict tomorrow how many? Shut up. It's not a horror movie. It's the news. I know. They sound exactly the same. John Carpenter presents Vampires with Ebola. Live on the Ed Till Show. Starcom Radio Network.
Moments of a lack of leadership on both sides.
Radio Network. Starcom Radio Network, Ed Till Show, Monday through Friday, AM, FM stations across America, online, around the world. We are not the mainstream media, so you get the straight story here on all breaking news at all times. Then, we have incredible artists and authors and people who will stimulate you and give you a moment of peace and escape from this ugly bombardment on the news desk. That's what we do. We're a complete companion for your day. You watch us on YouTube.
David Lakey, the Public Health Commissioner for the state of Texas, we've moved to an incident command structure. That is being run out of the Dallas County EOC, and I've asked our partners in many important endeavors in the past, like West Nile virus and the refugee situation with the children.
He's Ed Till!
Working class in a place they call the Bronx.
This is the Ed Till Show.
About the school of hard knocks. Found out his rap could be his salvation.
Starcom Radio Network.
All across the nation, it's the Ed Till Show. It's the Ed Till Show. Come on, everybody. It's Ed Till.
One of the best things that we do every day is the Ed Till Artist in Showcase. We've been doing this for decades, and without fail, every day it lifts people up, it changes the mood, it inspires, because we need it, man. If it was headlines all day, if it was only, here's a disaster, here's a catastrophe, here's a breakthrough, then where is the human dimension? Stand by. It's called The Road Goes On, and the artist is John Dartnell. The Road Goes On, Artist in Showcase on the Ed Till Show. Yeah! Really excited to share this with you today. John Dartnell. The Road Goes On the Ed Till Show.
I've been lost along the way, simply looking for my ideals. Now and then stones got in my shoes on this road I've traveled on. Thinking now how it has been, how the journey.
John is known as the Beard, by the way. Affectionately, they call him the Beard. He does have a good beard. He's got that good hairline. He's remarkably influenced by American music and has a UK upbringing. So it's that kind of real great amalgam, right? The two worlds, one artist, singer-songwriter for most of his entire life. He's not a teenager. This is the voice of experience in life, somebody who's got some wisdom, but somebody who knows how to rock and roll. When you go on the website, JohnDartnell.com, I'll spell that for you, JohnDartnell.com. You'll see a guy looks just like my Uncle John. Yeah, this is something the world really doesn't appreciate enough, but here it is, right up in your face. Great music. John Dartnell. I'll tell you something else I can feel right out of the music and out of the photographs. There's no compromise here. This is real definition of what life really is. Not afraid to call it as he sees it, right? As opposed to, let me change it and make it easy. You know, come on, man. Go to the website and you'll enjoy a bunch of tracks from John Dartnell, including I'll See You in the Darkness. This track is entitled The Road Goes On, John Dartnell. Go to JohnDartnell.com, JohnDartnell.com, the Ed Till Show Artist and Showcase. Awesome. This goes into the playlist. You'll be hearing more from John Dartnell on the Ed Till Show. Network, my friend, JohnDartnell.com. A lot more from him. This track is The Road Goes On. This is music, see? Melody, action, storytelling. Happy to turn you on to this today on the Ed Till Show. Starcom Radio Network, AM/FM stations across America, online, around the world, live on Ustream, see us on YouTube, and get John Hartnell's new one, The Road Goes On, and go to the website. It's awesome. I know you want to do a little replay show. Let's do some reprise. Let's do it, man.
I've been lost along.
Great voice. JohnDartnell.com. Get his music. Get what he's saying.
Now and then stones got in my shoes on this road I've traveled on.
All right, John's going to be back on the Artist and Showcase. You can bet on that.
The journey's been so far.
Ed Till. Great job. Let's get weather in Wall Street.
Come on, everybody, Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till, Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till, Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till. You may not like what he has to say, but he's gonna say it to you anyway. He's the baddest cat around. Got the sharpest tongue in this whole damn town.
Vilified in America, and we are the heartbeat of where wealth was created. We're the models to the world.
All the main events. Ed Till's just a voice in the wilderness that just don't make no sense. He's Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till, Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till, Ed Till. Come on, everybody, Ed Till. More than just a voice on the radio. Sending out the truth to those who don't know. And if you can't see your world out there, you better watch out.
To life, from customized videos to holographic projectors, Julia Boorstin joins us with her crystal ball coming up next.
Firms, by the way.
You may not like what he says, Ed Till, but he'll say it anyway, Ed Till. He's the baddest cat around, Ed Till. He's got the sharpest tongue in town.
When I need a break, Blue Collar Agglomeration has it for me. This is called Just My Job by Blue Collar Agglomeration. They said to me again the other day, Ed, for your audience, if they just want to record it off your show, we're going to look the other way. I said, you guys are badass. So what I'll do is I'll restart this in about a half a minute from the beginning so you can record it. Boom, done. Love these guys. It's a Blue Collar Agglomeration. They're all over the web. They're amazingly funny, brilliant, musically awesome, but even a step further, they're going to let you snatch their track right off the air.
Running through the park one day, carefree and happy till my way was marked by rude jack-booted cops. They are packing guns.
Blue Collar Agglomeration. It's called Just My Job. All right, roll, baby, roll it. You rolling? Are you rolling? You got that?
Starcom Radio Network.
Roll it.
I was running through the park one day when suddenly they blocked my way. 47 cops, my rights impounded. Holy cow, they had me surrounded. Fingers in my pockets, hands on my